Hey, hi. My voice is still really bad. Something just went. Bleh. Is someone here? Somebody say something, please. This is the first time I've ever done this. I have been on YouTube 1 year ago today. Does it tell me who's here? Somebody's here lurking. Somebody say something. There's one person here. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Isn't that what we're supposed to say? Like I said, I've never done this before. Hi, guys. Hi, Rogue, Brian. Hi, Steve. How are you guys doing tonight? I've never done this. I'm like doing this. What do y'all want to talk about? Welcome to the Goat Shed. There's my Texas Star. Sometimes you see that in my videos. And today is Monday, and the temperature is fixing to drop like I can't say it. It's politically incorrect. I'm going to say it like a fat kid on a seesaw. It's going down, man. It's going to get freezing. I hate that you got snow today. I guess I hate. I mean, I really love snow. It's a really nice place to visit, but I lived there in Pennsylvania for a year and don't want to live there. The thing about the snow is that in the wintertime that you guys got it all set up, you plow, you do all that stuff. It's great. But man, it leaves some really nasty looking crap on the sides of the road, doesn't it? That black stuff, not pretty. Not pretty. Don't love it. Don't love it at all. Yesterday and the day before, we could have worn like shorts outside. It was beautiful. I'm in Texas. I guess you guys know that. 10 is too dang cold. If you've seen my videos, you know I've got a wood stove. We've got it fired up tonight. And I've got the window. If you look over here, I've got the window cracked because it's hot in here. It's like, man, too hot to live. I was making me some tea, and my voice is still, this sucks. I love to talk. It's my favorite thing in the world. And the world has stolen my voice. I woke up Saturday morning, opened my mouth, and went, at Washington, the thing about Washington is I hear they get a lot of rain. I am a sunshine girl from the word go, but I hear that Washington State is absolutely gorgeous. Would love to go there. I've never been there. I got to go to Northern California a couple years ago. So as far north and west as I have been, I've been to Colorado several times. Beautiful state. Well, this is a gorgeous country we live in, guys. It really is beautiful. There are some beautiful places in every state in this country. There is no doubt about it. There's some weird, creepy, abandoned places too. If you check out Brian at Rogue Exploration, he goes to some pretty creepy places. I didn't even know people did that. Okay, so it rains mostly on the west side of the state, not on the east side. So is it kind of like cold there a lot of the time, or only cold at night, Steve? I'm going to get my tea, guys. I'll be right back, okay? All right. Maybe somebody else will join us. I've never done this before. I thought for my 1 year anniversary, it's like, just push the button, Lynn. Just push the button. Go ahead, push the button. I don't want to push the button. I'm scared. I'm still scared. But anyway, I'm going to go grab my tea. I'm lost. Oh. I've never in my whole entire life have I had laryngitis, nothing. And right, that's a new thing I just learned about urban exploring. There's a lot of people out there to subscribe to a couple of their channels, and they do some really interesting stuff where you go out to these abandoned places, and it's amazing the things that people just walk away from. Brian, they just like, gotta go, see ya. Hey, Ketchup and Pie ASMR. Hey, sweetie, how are you doing? Let's see. It's got to be what, early morning where you are? Hey, she always does this when I come to her live. She makes a heart. She is such a sweetheart. And she does these really great ASMR eating videos, and they're very, very, very entertaining. I have to tell you, I'm not big into watching people eat. I'm really not, honey. I'm sorry, but I love her. 8:23 a.m. Okay, that's right. I've got to add like 14 hours because it's like 6:23 here in the evening. So good morning to you. And it would be Tuesday morning there. So anyway, I guess today we did some battening down of the hatches, the wrapping of the pipes, and we moved the chicken coop to where the back was to the north. So, and that new greenhouse, put a light in that to keep it nice and warm in there. And sweetie, you are so welcome. I just love you to pieces. You're a doll. I'm I love watching your videos. Right. We're on the same time. And Brian, I was thinking that you were like on Eastern time, but no, you're on Central time also. And then Steve, it should be 4:24. Is that correct, Steve? It's probably still daylight. Is Steve still here? If Steve's still here, it's probably still daylight where he is. I got to go to Northern California a couple years ago, Ukiah, and man, it was beautiful. We went over to the coast, went to Fort Bragg and Mendocino. I don't know if you guys have ever been to that part of the country or not. We went over to the coast, and it was absolutely beautiful. Um, we saw like seals or sea lions laying out on rocks, and we went to this trash beach where they'd thrown a bunch of glass and trash into the water, and it washed back up with these beautiful pieces of sea glass. Yeah, well, it is winter time, and you are pretty far north, so I guess that would be understandable, Steve, because it in the winter time it gets, I guess the days get pretty short up there as far north as you are. The tea seems to help. I'm like, dude, universe, give me back my voice. I woke up Saturday morning, went, ah, ah. My mother used to get laryngitis every year. Oh man. Yeah, since we got rid of daylight savings time, it's like I saw a meme on Facebook. Somebody's like, it's midnight, it's so dark. And they're like, no, man, it's 5:30 in the evening. So it's getting dark earlier. Definitely getting dark earlier. Oh, my phone is ringing. We're not going to talk to those people right now. They should have answered when I called earlier, right? So you got snow today, Brian. How much snow did y'all get? And you guys, it's summer here all year round, and it's so hot now for us. I have to tell you right now, summer sounds good. Hey, Bob, what are you doing? Bob is from Mountain Crest Farm, and we haven't been friends very long, but I gotta tell you something. Bob's cool. I like Bob a lot. Um, you do not have to sit around and wonder about what Bob's thinking because he's going to tell you. I love him. He's fantastic. Hey, y'all, don't forget if you come in, give me a thumbs up. I'm not going to do this very long because I got a clue in the world what it is I'm doing. I had my hair when I worked at the restaurant. I took all my hair up in that little cubby hat, so it's all like anyway. But y'all don't care about my hair. 80 to 90 here. That sounds pretty good. I like that. I could live with that right now. I don't care for the cold weather. I'm glad you came too, Ketchup and Pie. You know, it occurred to me the other day, I have no idea what your first name is or what to call you other than Ketchup and Pie. I've never got that. Aw, Bob, don't be blushing. We can't see you blush. Don't make me blush because we'll be able to see that. We don't want all that. Yeah, we had some crazy wind here too today, Brian. It it started. I walked out this morning and man, you didn't need a coat, you didn't need anything. And I mean, you got your regular old clothes on, and by 4 o'clock this afternoon, it was 40 degrees or something like that. The wind's whipping around, all the leaves are blowing. I'm like, man, it almost looks like fall here. And we really don't get much of a fall. Oh, Ketchup and Pie, my name is Lynn. I thought I had told you that. I can call you Vern. I like Vern. Vern's a cool name. Yeah. Well, they say about Texas, Brian, if you don't like the weather, stick around 5 minutes because it'll change. I've worn shorts as a teenager in November and drove through snow that night. So our weather here is pretty crazy too. Typically, we don't get much of an autumn or a spring. We are like me. We are given to extremes. It's either cold or it's hot, and yeah, we enjoyed all 2 days of fall that we had. It was beautiful. Just wish it lasted a little bit longer. It's going to warm up a little bit later in the week. It's not going to be freezing. We've only got a couple of 3 nights of freezing weather where we have to worry about pipes and stuff. 55 doesn't sound that bad. 33 by 7 o'clock in the morning and 20 Wednesday morning. I think it's going to get down in the 20s here tonight. You're in Georgia, aren't you, Bob? Correct me if I'm wrong. Frog storms. Texas is the only state that's got a lot of stuff. Texas is a whole other country. We're a big state. I remember coming into Texas and I was driving a 16-foot U-Haul truck with an 8-month-old baby and a Doberman and a 16-foot moving truck. And I hit that Texas line at the mile marker 898. And I was headed to Dallas, Fort Worth, coming into Orange there on 10. And all I could think was, thank you, thank you, thank you, God, that I don't have to drive all the way through the state today. Way north Georgia, 50 miles from Tennessee. Okay. Tennessee's beautiful. Georgia's got some beautiful places too. Hey, Emily Crochet Channel, you're my new friend. We just made friends yesterday. Yeah, you're in the southern part of Illinois, which makes it not quite so bad, right? Right, Brian? I guess we're all coming into winter, and that's just the way it's going to be. And I'm okay with that. We got to do what we got to do, right? I'm really excited about that greenhouse. I hope we can keep it warm enough to grow some really cool stuff over the winter. I even potted up a pot of peanuts. May grow some indoor peanuts. Hey, Disco Bob, how are you doing? I bet it's cold up in Ohio. Hey, Emily, what part of Alabama are you from? Like north, south, east, west? No, Illinois is not the worst state. No, 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 no. Illinois is not. Pennsylvania's pretty bad. You ever live there? And yeah. I actually lived in Middletown, Pennsylvania. Do y'all know what is in Middletown, Pennsylvania? Does anybody know what's in Middletown, Pennsylvania? Disco Bob's fantastic. You guys should check him out. And we've all got to give him more than 4 seconds. We love Disco Bob. He does some cool stuff. He's been working on his ventriloquism. And no. California's beautiful, Bob. Sometimes there are places that you can go. I lived in South Florida for a while. If you could have eliminated some of the people, it would have been a gorgeous place. So it depends on how you look at it. If you're looking at the people or if you're looking at the landscape. 3 Mile Island is in Middletown, Pennsylvania. It's right outside of Harrisburg. And when my friend said, "Hey, 3 Mile Island is in Middletown," I moved into Middletown. I'm like, "How can an island be in Middletown, Pennsylvania? Pennsylvania's landlocked, dude." And it's in the middle of the Susquehanna River, actually. 3 Mile Island was our only nuke that almost melted down. Hey, Zesty girl, there's my Zesty. Oh, it's okay, sweetie. I understand, but thanks. I thought I'd give this a shot. I've never done this before. Today is my 1 year anniversary on YouTube. I've managed to make it to 277 Sherry. Hi, Sherry. Sherry's from the tiny house. The Apricot tiny house, and she is building a tiny house, and she's doing it on her own. She's doing such a great job. Bob, it is warmer here. It's warmer there than it is here. It's warmer there than it is here. Okay, so there you go. That's the crazy weather in Texas. Tomorrow you're going to get some snow. Thank you. Thank you, my Zesty girl. California would be great if it were. Communists need love too, Bob. Thank you, Emily. Thank you. I'm looking forward to another like awesome, awesome, awesome year. I really, really am. And I'm hoping for some growth. And man, I've met some amazing people. All you guys here, and there's a whole bunch more that I've met. I've just met some really great, fun, amazing people, and I have learned so much. And the ins and outs of YouTube are just weird. It's like, do this, don't do that, do this, don't do that, do this, don't do. And I'm like, okay, I can do that. Here, make a thumbnail. Well, how do I do that? Okay, I'll figure that out. You know, it's great. You know, when I was Bob talked back to California, I actually had a layover in San Francisco, and I'm like, I got to get outside. I got to get outside. I got to get outside. And I had like a 4 hour layover, and I'm like, where's the door? I got to get outside. And I walked outside, and I thought that there was a fan blowing on me as soon as I walked outside. And I heard not once, but at least 3 times that the coldest winter I've ever spent was a summer in San Francisco. So apparently it's cool there all the time. Didn't spend a lot of time there. I was up north a little bit in Ukiah, spent some time in Reno also, but it was beautiful up around Ukiah. And as I said, around Mendocino and Fort Bragg, it was really pretty. Yeah, there's always something more to learn about YouTube. When you think you got it, they change the rules. Yay. Yay, we changed the rules today. Woohoo. I can't believe there's 8 whole people in here that want to talk to me. I love y'all. Yeah, Sherry, it was chilly. I had to go back inside and buy myself a sweatshirt so I could go outside and hang out. Okay, Steve, look, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you, man. I'll see you in the funny papers, right? Oh, my sister lives in my half sister lives in Reno, and I had the opportunity to go and visit her. It was a lot of fun. I didn't lose too much money. Yeah, they change the rules all the time, apparently, on YouTube. There's supposed to be some kind of weird change coming out December the 19th on terms of service. Take care, Steve. I don't know what it is yet. I don't know what's going on. I'm still just like a little child wandering around going, I'm YouTube. I don't know. Anyway, so I hope you guys had a great Monday. We made it past Monday. So we're moving on through the week. Cold weather, come heck or high water, right? We're going. I do this thing on Funny Friday and tell jokes, and Yeah, I've thought about starting another channel for my grandson. Drive through Reno, $500 just automatically disappears. You don't even have to stop. Bob always says, "Why don't we just go ahead and burn the money and save the time of going?" Loma Acres Homestead, hi. We're new friends too. I think we just became friends not too very long ago. Thanks, Zesty. I love you big. I am so glad to know you. You're some cool people. Oh, um, at Sherry, I was gonna start. I thought about starting a new channel too, called Visions of Whimsy, and I would sing. I know, don't panic. I'm not gonna sing tonight. I would sing new songs and I mean, sing songs and tell stories, read stories, and it would be like for my grandbaby. As many of you know, I had a grandbaby this year. Hey, Brian, thanks for stopping by. I really super, super duper appreciate you. I didn't really want to hang out too long either. Have a good night, buddy. Um, but anyway, I thought about making a new Visions of Whimsy, and it would be for like parents and children and infants and children and do songs and read stories and be silly and just be Whimsy is my grandma name. And I'm sorry, I just read Bob's comment. He's so funny. And anyway, but right now, just doing the goat shed thing, I'm always trying to catch myself doing things on video and stuff like that. And it takes a lot of time. Really? I didn't know that, Vern. I did not know that that was your second channel. And thank you that you can't wait for my Funny Friday. I can't wait to know what it is either. I think I will get to the place where I think that's it. I have told all the jokes I know. And man, I tell you now, I knew a few, but I get to the place where I think, okay, that's it. I've told all the jokes I know. Um, and and then it's like I can't tell on YouTube because it may have a curse word in it or something like that. Narrations from a tiny house. That would be interesting too, but that's kind of what you're doing in building your tiny house. And what I really appreciate about you is you getting out there as a woman alone and you're out there and you're doing it. It's like I really don't want to use that power tool, which I totally get. Um, but I really want that board cut. So I'm gonna use that power tool. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna rip it off like a band-aid and I'm gonna use that jigsaw. Oh, okay. So your channel was more Vern, your channel was more the like for your students than anything. The internet's been used a lot for that, and it's really good where teachers can put lessons up for their students. They can go on and watch a lecture, and they can do it kind of at their leisure. That's a really cool, great idea that, oh, well, I've got to watch my teacher do a lecture this week. Right, right, right. And your hair. If you got long hair, you don't wanna get that caught up. And to always Loma Acres, I'm sorry, Loma Acres, I don't know your name. Mine is Lynn. We've not been properly introduced. Um, is to always remember when you pick up that skill saw or that jigsaw or even a drill or something that looks sort of innocuous, that it can indeed hurt you, that you can get hurt. And there's respect. You have to have respect for it. It's just like fire and water. Fire and water are the best thing in the world, but you have got to be respectful of them. That pork roast sounds good, Bob. All right, sweetie, thanks for stopping by. Super duper appreciate you, Bob. Bob at Mountain Crest Farms. You guys should check him out. He's great. Like I said, you don't have to sit around and wonder what Bob's thinking because he's going to tell you. And I love that. He's so candid and great. Yes, yes, Sherry, power tools are scary. But like I said, you just like fire and water can be scary too. Both of them can hurt you. And you've got to you just have to have a respect for them and know that they can hurt you and be very careful. And if you're tired, you've been doing it a long time, and you find yourself starting to get careless, it's best to walk away. And your beard away from the drill. Dang, Al. I actually got, can you stop doing that, please? I'm live. You did it 3 times. I didn't mean to do it. Okay. He didn't mean to do it 3 times. Hey, Thomas, how are you doing? I also try to make my songs on certain concepts to help remember. Songs are a great way to remember stuff. Great way to remember stuff. If you can make up songs to remember stuff, it works great. I have a song lyric for almost every situation in life. That's how I roll. Thomas, how are you today? I'm sorry, Thomas, will you remind me, tell me where you are? Aren't you up north, farther north than Mount Crest Homestead than Bob is? Aren't you up somewhere not, are you farther north than Nona Grace? I don't remember. Thomas is kind of a new friend too. I guess, if I had to walk away from YouTube today, New York, I'm sorry. I'm from New York too, the southern part. No, I'm sorry, that was just a joke. I like that joke. People go, where are you from? New York? Southern part. So, okay, you're from New York too, like Nona Grace is. Okay. Anybody's never looked at Nona Grace, really, you got to check out Nona Grace. But Vern, I was saying ketchup and pie. I was saying, making up songs or relating something to something else is a really good way to help remember it. So, yeah. Thomas got to meet Nona Grace, and Thomas also got to meet Bob at Mountain Crest Farms. I'm a little jelly, and you guys are kind of a long ways away in northern Georgia. Right, to pick up those peanuts. Did you cook your peanuts? I didn't see. Nona Grace cooked her peanuts and she enjoyed them. Thomas, I think you told me that you had been a truck driver and you'd actually had boiled peanuts before. We're talking about boiled peanuts. Hey, KJ, Baby Bree, Lizzie, how are you? Okay, I ripped it off like a Band-Aid. I stepped off in it. This is for my, okay. I'm still here. I didn't die from it. Check that out. Kenny Chark is in the house. She's great. Her name is Lizzie, and you can call her KJ, and she has better kidney disease. And she also does a My Goodness Monday where she talks about something that's a little profound and gives you something to think about in life. She is absolutely lovely. She's from Canada, and she's great. So, love her. If you guys haven't checked her out, you really, really should. I would love it if you did. Everybody on here, of course, y'all check each other out because I just love y'all. I really do. And really try to, I'm still squeaky, KJ. I've woke up Saturday morning, opened my mouth to talk, and nothing came out. And I'm like, universe, you're messing with my stock and trade. Take my hands, take my records, take my freedom. But me, never had laryngitis before in my life. Well, thank you, Sherry, if you're addressing me and my channel. I love your channel too. I like watching your progress and what you're going through, and I totally and completely understand. You pick up that power tool and it's scary. And you sit there I know, right? I could sing some Janice. Actually, I kinda tried, it didn't sound good at all. Um, I have to do that in the privacy of my own home. Oh, thank you, Sherry. I love your channel too, because I really do get I get exactly where you're coming from, and I know what it's like to sit there and go, okay, if I put that window there, or how am I going to put that window there? Or if I build this, and I have sat, I have a picture of my corner sink where and I sat for days just looking at it, and thinking about it. And then I'd go get up and do something. I'd get up and I'd sit back down and start looking at it again. If you're building it from scratch, there's no plans, there's no directions. You have to make them up as you go along. And it's crazy. Oh, Lynn, won't you buy me? There you go. That's it, KJ. That's all we get. I love that song, by the way. I love that song. Does anybody know who wrote Bobby McGee? Does anybody know who wrote Bobby McGee? Okay, several people sang it. Y'all know that, right? Janice sang it. Roger Miller actually sang it. Right. All my friends drive Porsches. Anybody know who sang that song? Bobby McGee. I mean, who wrote the song? And he actually sang it too, but I got to tell you, he does not have the best singing voice. I love him to pieces. Wrote Bobby McGee. And I recently found out. Exactly. Way to go, Thomas. You got it. I recently found out, y'all aren't going to believe this. No, wasn't Uncle Willie. Y'all aren't going to believe this. My daughter told me the other day that Shel Silverstein, the poet, right? The children's poet, actually wrote Cover of the Rolling Stones, sung by Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show. Do y'all know that song? I'm sorry, I am demonstrating my age. But maybe the cover, it wrote Cover of the Rolling Stones. I just said that, Thomas. Anyway, I thought that was really, really interesting. What I thought was really interesting was my children, that my daughter had found that during her research. She knows who Roger Miller is. I gave my children a really good music education. Yeah, I love Dr. Hook. They were really good. Zesty, we were talking the other day, and you said you had a record growing up by the Irish Rovers. Oh, cool. Well, your mother gave you, Zesty girl, your mother gave you a good music education too. Yeah, I love me some Roger Miller as well. You got to infuse your kids with some of that old stuff. It's great. My son one year at Thanksgiving actually posted Alice's Restaurant by Arlo Guthrie on Facebook, and I'm like, yes, that is my child. I love me some Roger Miller. He wrote a lot of songs too, that he actually didn't sing. Oh, ABBA was good. ABBA's got some good stuff. They were good. They might not love it, but that's what they get. We used to listen to classic vinyl on the radio going down the road when my kids were young, and I'd play a game with them. I'm like, do you know who that is? It'd be the Rolling Stones or somebody, and my son would always just answer the Beatles. He didn't care. He didn't care who it was. He wasn't playing my silly game. Just the Beatles. Oh my gosh, the newer music now. My daughter plays music, and I'm like, that's real nice, honey. Every now and then she'll cover something good. Oh yeah, I love me some Bob Seger for sure. Absolutely. I've been listening to Sunspot Baby a lot lately. It's a cute song. Okay, Vern, that's cool. We've all got stuff to do. It's hard to do everything at the same time, and trying to keep up with YouTube is kind of crazy. I didn't really come on here to stay on here for a terribly long time. I just was like, okay, push the button. It made me download. I have a Mac, and it made me download Google Chrome, and I'm like, okay, get down with your bad self. And then I pushed the button, and then all of a sudden it said go live, and I'm like, okay, just do it, just do it. And so I did. Anyway, oh, I'm really glad that you caught my first live too. He's not as hot as he used to be. Sure, he's gotten a little on the old side. But I guess that happens to the best of us, right? We've all gotten a little on the old side. Well, I've never Loma Acres. Tell me your name. You didn't tell me your name. Okay, Zesty. I will see you soon. I love you big, and I'll be looking for your tag when you get it done. Look, let me tell you, it kicked my butt too, and then trying to get it uploaded kicked my butt as well. Yeah, and Willie's voice has changed a lot since he's gotten older. Okay, Chris, thanks. I'll remember that, or I'll try to. If I ask you twice, don't get mad at me. But I'm really glad you're here, and I'm also really, really, really super glad that you showed up for my live chat. And I look forward to getting to know you and see what you got going on. Tell me where you're located, Chris. Chris never ages. I wish that would true of all of us, right? Papa Sprout on YouTube. Okay, so you're up in Ohio. So you're up where it's kind of cold too, going into wintertime. There's a bunch of YouTube people up in Ohio. Did Disco Bob leave? Is Bob still here? He might have had to leave. Tuesdays are so fantastic. Just wait until you guys get here. That's funny. Bye, baby. 2 inches of snow on the ground right now. I don't think I've been here since late 2015 and not had any snow here in this particular area where I am. All right. Well, I may do some more lives, KJ. I don't know what to wait and see. Like I said, this was just kind of a thing I thought I would throw out there and try. What are y'all gonna do? Eat me? I mean, somebody told me a long time ago they kill you, but they can't eat you. Just you throw it out there and give it a try. Aw, that was sweet. Sherry just hugged Chris. That was sweet. That's a lot of snow, Thomas. I just don't know that I would be ready for that. Oh man. The thing is with you guys though is that up in the north, in the northeast, and I'm sure up in Canada where it gets so cold, and they got the snowplow trucks, and they got the sand trucks, and they got the and I mean, y'all are prepared. The whole state of Texas, we probably don't have one plow truck, and we don't need one. So, I mean, up unless you're up in North Texas, there are places up in North Texas and Dallas and points north where they get snow up there, but not often and not a lot. We just turn into idiots when we get snow. It's like, really, dude, just stay home. Just just call the whole thing off. It's best because we don't know what we're doing. Y'all are some huggy people up in here, Chris and Sherry. That's sweet. That is so sweet. Anyway, I don't know what I thought about doing laryngitis for Word Wednesday, but I hate that. But there's a lot of good words in the world. I'll figure something out. I don't always know what I got coming up next. Sometimes it just hits. Yeah, Chris, it's cold here. It went this morning. It was like in the probably low 70s, and I mean, go outside, jeans, light shirt, no jacket. But by 4 o'clock this afternoon, and that wind is a whipping. And this is the day that we thank the good Lord above for the wood stove because it is a gem and it keeps it warm in here. And sometimes, though, if it gets too hot, I'll open the window or turn the ceiling fan on because it'll run you out of here if you get it cranking. It really, really will. Onomatopoeia, that is a good word. Onomatopoeia is an absolutely great word. I even know what it means. Zip. That's really a good idea. It's a fun word. Buzz. And then there are some words that aren't really onomatopoeia, but they almost are when you say them. I can't think of any of them right now. Just drew a blank. Yeah, if you were on I-40, that's up north, right? And I mean, we get some cold weather. There's no doubt about it. We absolutely do. It happens. Um, it's just not as frequent or as long with the duration. It is short in duration. Typically, like I said, by Thursday, it probably will get back to where it's not even freezing at night. Yes, yes, it's a great word. Yeah, up across the panhandle. Yeah, I bet it is cold. The cool thing about Colorado, Sherry, and I really did at one point thought about moving to like Durango. Um, there are many places in Colorado that boast over 300 days a year of sunshine. And up in the north, in the northeast of the United States, sometimes it's awful dang dreary up there. And I was moving back to Ohio from California. Uh, you didn't like California, Chris? So Ohio's home. Yeah, that's the thing is having the sun. And that's the thing for me. It's like I can deal with 0 degrees temperature and snow, up to my knees. But after about 2 weeks of no sunshine, I'm going downhill fast. I am a solar powered girl. My goat shed is not solar powered. I am solar powered. I need some sunshine. Absolutely. And like I said, after 2 or 3 weeks, I get that seasonal affective disorder. And just like, no. Hear that. What part of California did you live in? My son lives in Northern Cali. And when I went over there, everybody was really nice. I mean, they were very friendly. I don't, you know, I was visiting, so it wasn't like, well, it's good to get around. What part of Cali did you live in, Chris? Like I said, everybody up there was like super friendly. I don't know, maybe it's because they were all stoned. Um, because then there's that lot up there in Northern California. Lots of that going on. I saw a thing on the news. Well, hi. There's Warlord. I know. I saw you tried to call me. I didn't answer my phone, y'all. My daughter tried to call me. I didn't answer the phone because I was doing a live stream. I was talking about you a minute ago and how you like Roger Miller, Ree. I love you. Sherry, do you mean really friendly people, really stoned people? A little from column A, a little from column B. Yeah, Colorado's that way too. Hey, I am so glad you found me, Miss Warlord. That is so cool. Thank you so much for dropping by. Hey, if you get a chance, um, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, daughter of mine. The young lady, Ree Warlord, is actually my baby daughter who has been graced me with the amazing grandchild that I can't wait to see. And she sends me pictures all the time, and it's so sweet. And I'm like, bring me that baby. And I'm not even like a baby person. I'm not what kind of person is like, I got to get my hands on that baby. It's just different. Um, it's somewhere. There's a thumbs up button at the bottom or at the top or somewhere. And it shows that you liked it. I got 10 thumbs up. I tell you what, that's the best daughter in the world. She went all to all the trouble of downloading the YouTube app so she could get on my live chat with me. You can't beat that with a stick, can you? I think she found the thumbs up button. I couldn't get past the idea that from the Mexican border to, well, above LA, even seeing any country, it was all city. Yeah, that's the thing. Oh, you didn't. Someone else did. Um, I don't know because you're on your phone and I'm on a laptop. So sometimes the format's a little bit different. Usually the thumbs up button is right underneath the video. And then the comments, you have to scroll way down sometimes, or maybe they're on the right. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Thanks, Chris. Yeah. I tell you what, you get used to living in the country and you get in the city and it's like, this is a nice place to visit. Spent a month in New Orleans and thank you, Bree. Spent a month in New Orleans and it's like, this is a nice place to visit, but I'm ready to get back to some ruralness for sure. I was driving to see a client of mine one day and I had to drive down a dirt road and I had to wait for the road grader to get around a curve so I could get around him. And then I drove down a little ways and I had to slow down for some guineas and drove down a little ways and had to slow down for a squirrel. And I thought, there's some poor sucker sitting in Houston traffic right now. I love my life. I love my life. You can't beat that. The dirt road gets a little rough sometimes if you have to drive down it all the time, but yeah, it's a simpler way of living, and I like it. I do. I enjoy it. But anyway, oh, I can't believe I even did this. I really can't. I can't believe. Marie, you got any stories you want to tell? Don't say anything bad. My daughter Reed, there is Loma Acres Homestead. His name is Chris. He's from Ohio. The apricot tiny house is Sherry, and she lives in Colorado, and she is building a tiny house with her very own hands. Martha was not feeling well, and she is actually in her trailer. She has a travel trailer that she lives in here on the property. Her husband passed away in July, and the house that they were staying in really was in pretty bad state of disrepair. So we got her a travel trailer and moved her over here. We've been having a great time since then together, but she wasn't feeling very good today, and this weather probably this afternoon got her down a little bit. Yeah, she's been doing great. She really has. She has been a real trooper. I know, I know, I know. That's a sweet baby. He's getting big. Bring me that baby. Bring me that baby. I can't wait to see him. Sometimes it's hard. The baby does not, uh, we don't put the baby on the internet. Ree and her partner decided not that we don't want to give the baby an internet presence. Actually, when you do that, and I'm not slamming people who do, it's just that you're creating a marketing target from a very young age, and also you're putting someone on the internet that doesn't even know what an internet is. So I respect that decision. Sometimes it's hard. Trust me, I have tons of pictures in my phone. I text them to people and show them to people, random people in the grocery. Want to see my pretty grandbaby? Um, yeah, I do that. I have become that person. Do you want to see the most beautiful baby in the world? Look at my phone. I went to the other day, and all I did was talk about Fiona, and it was all people younger than me, and they were like, "What's she talking about?" I kind of, it's kind of a cool thing, Chris. I really appreciate my kids. My daughter Ree going making a conscious decision that this is not going to be. And like I said, sometimes it's hard. I want to put my grandbaby on Facebook, you know, but I get it. I do, because that person becomes they have a presence before they're even old enough to understand what a presence is. So I really do get it. And again, I'm not slamming people that put their kids or their grandkids on Facebook, or their children in their YouTube videos. There's some people out there that do that, and they make some great YouTube videos. Um, I just think I respect the decision. I know prettiest baby in the world. What can I say? He really is. He's a doll. And I can't wait. It won't be very long. Oh, my connection is unstable. Uh-oh. It may be the wind, and I may be gone. I don't know. Are we were we it told me my connection was unstable. Maybe it said I was unstable. I'm not sure. No, it said, did we buffer there for a minute? Are we back? I don't know. Anyway, I've probably been doing this long enough. Really didn't mean to be on here for an hour. So I guess we're gonna let's wind this up. And you guys, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me for my very first live stream. I love each and every one of you, and I always try to get in and watch your videos. Sometimes it'll be a few days, and then I'm like, I got to binge watch. I got to binge watch. Thank you, Chris. It told me I was unstable. No, it told me my connection was unstable. Maybe it meant that I was unstable. I don't know. But anyway, we will see you guys really, really soon. I'm going to go and call my baby daughter. And Sherry, thank you so, so very much. You are so supportive and wonderful. And I'm so glad I found your channel and that we're friends. And that goes for every single person in here. And Chris, I'll be looking forward to seeing what you got coming out. And yeah, I can't wait to get to know you better. It's going to be a lot of fun. When are you going to do a live? Good night, everybody. Love y'all a lot. I appreciate you real big. Thank you so very, very much for jumping in and coming along. I appreciate it. Thanks again. We'll see you soon.